Good morning. My name is Stephen Chambers. I'm the executive director for the Young Men's Initiative. In 2011, the Young Men's Initiative started as an initiative that was put in place to close disparity gaps for young men ages 14 to 26 and or 16 to 24. And we have since been expanding in multiple ways to cover all disparity gaps, not only within this community but beyond. We are now a $30 million office that is funding over 20 programs across various city agencies. And all of these programs are in service of finding ways to offer supports in every aspect of a young Black and Brown young man's life that needs enhancement, support, and encouragement. So today we're going to propose two initiatives, both around access. One in accessing mental health, two accessing sports and youth programming. I will start with the first and then pass the mic to my colleague, Jalen. All right. So one of the things we want to do with this particular program is increase the number of Black and Brown young men who are accessing mental health supports. We know that around 50% of young men who experience mood or anxiety disorders and other issues or scenarios are not accessing formal mental health supports. We also know that only 1 to 3% of the mental health workforce in New York City is represented by Black and or brown young men or men in general. We also know that when you have identity markers that are similar to that of your practitioner, you are more likely to engage in mental health supports and sustain that level of mental health engagement. And so this particular program pilot we are calling NYC Men Heal, which is somewhat of a replication model of another program in our portfolio called NYC Men Teach. Quickly, Men Teach offers more and brings about more Black and brown young men into the classroom with this same logic. We're taking this model and applying it to the behavioral health sector. And so what we would like to do is create a pipeline that increases the number of Black and brown men who are licensed mental health counselors and or holding masters of social work. And so we're currently planning to launch a pilot this fall in partnership with the Career Pathways Training Program that's currently operated by 1199 TEF, where all of the students in this program are receiving full scholarships. We want to offer wraparound supports for these students. We want to pay for their licensures, their exams. We want to pay for, give them stipends. We want to offer mentors. We want to provide culturally responsive professional development. And we want to do all of this in service of increasing and enhancing the value and the numbers, the quantity of Black and brown men who are mental health professionals so that more young men can begin to engage in their mental health preparation and also supports. So we're looking for partners who are well-versed in workforce disparities that impact young men of color. And we're looking forward to partnering with some of our existing agencies, such as the Office of Community Mental Health, HRA, and that's it. Thank you.
Good morning. You guys can hear me all right? I know you can hear me. It's fine. My name is Jalen Robinson. I'm pretty new to the Young Men's Initiative. This is my second month, but I'm grateful to Stephen, our executive director, Dr. Chambers, who allowed me to bring aboard this project proposal. So the Brennan Center for Justice and the Gothamist conducted a study that found not only are nearly 50% of New York City's shooting incidents occurring within just a handful of neighborhoods, which include the South Bronx, Brownsville, and East Harlem, but that our city's youth are involved in the gun violence at alarmingly increasing rates. So what happens when young people in those same communities try to choose a different path through organized sports programs or recreational opportunities offered by the city, but those programs cannot consistently access safe and reliable spaces to play? A baseball program might lose its permit for the field, basketball program might lose court access, and eventually the families in these communities can't afford to keep up with the private travel institutions or AAU. As a former New York City athlete myself, go Midwood Hornets, and a high school baseball coach, I've seen these issues firsthand, not only for myself when I was younger, for my teammates when I was younger, but also for my players. The impact is layered. The parents or guardian may have to work late, and the child might not have a safe place to go after school, which obviously impacts the family, but it impacts New York City as a whole in regards to community safety. So we're here today because we believe that public athletic space is not simply a recreational amenity, but in New York City, it's a proactive and preventative infrastructure, especially in this city. This initiative, which we've titled Shrink the Sidelines NYC, seeks to examine how consistent access to organized sports programming might impact our youth outcomes, particularly in communities that are disproportionately affected by poor socioeconomic standing. Because if we're a city that's serious about investing in vulnerable young people, then we also have to invest in the spaces that can allow these programs to exist consistently. We believe that the data that we might get with you guys, it will demonstrate that when young people have reliable access to sports programs and community-based recreation, that negative outcomes will decline, educational engagement will improve, and eventually the pathway towards long-term economic mobility will be more attainable. So we're looking for researchers with a general understanding of the youth sports landscape and also socioeconomic disparities, but I feel like that's general knowledge. And deeper than that, I think this is exciting because this is a new pitch. This is a new project. So your research, your input, and your efforts will help construct the programming and implementation of this and get it off the ground for the young people of this city. I got into government not because I wanted to open up baseball fields and keep basketball courts open late. I did it because I wanted to create systems that were going to be helpful for the young people and something that maybe I wanted when I was a young teenager or even younger than that. And I feel like this is a step in the right direction. So hope you feel the same.